you pick up a felony in 1992 and you were granted deferred adjudication and you didn't complete it. Why didn't you complete it? Injury, family, household, 90 days, theft, 44 days, possession case, 20 days, another possession case, 20 days, then failure to ID, 1 year. November 2005, felon in possession of a firearm. Have December, the drugs, 4 to 200 grams. All right, so then we have 2007, and then you had a parole violation. It appears that you're not learning anything from your prison. Then we have 2014. I don't understand. I don't know if there's anything that I can do for you because you have not learned anything. 2021 CR 9284, State of Texas versus Elizabeth Yepez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Robert Mauer for the defendant.
Are you Ms. Yepez? All right, you entered a plea on May 9th to count 2. You entered a plea of no contest. The state waived the enhancement and count 1 without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine and the state opposes your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Judge, not yet, but I'm working on it.
Judge, I've reviewed the PSI. It's pretty straightforward. The state was opposed based upon, I think, the prior criminal history and the amount of drugs.
All right, so are both parties ready to proceed, state?
I'm ready.
Defense? All right, state, you are opposed.
Yes, Judge, we are.
Do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
Judge, no, I'm just arguing on behalf of my client.
All right, the court will hear argument, state.
Judge, that's correct what defense counsel said. Our opposition is based mainly on this defendant's criminal history. Looking at the PSI, it looks like she's been given a chance at probation at least twice before. It looks like in 2005, she was granted probation for 10 years on a felony in possession. And she ended up being revoked. And actually in 1993, she was given deferred and then placed on probation and got revoked. So that's twice that she's been given a chance. It looks like we played the offense down just to give her a little bit of benefit for accepting responsibility for her actions. But that's why we don't believe probation would be appropriate in this case. And we're asking for prison sentence.
All right, defense.
Judge, we understand fully why the state made the recommendation they did. Ms. Yepez asked me to speak on her behalf because I think she's kind of nervous speaking in public. Since her release on this case, Ms. Yepez, I think, has made significant strides in turning her life around. She finally got a job at Mood Solutions. She's been made a supervisor. She makes $15 an hour. I think this is probably the best job and the best situation she's found herself in. I guess for a number of years, I think she's really got her situation solidified, and I think she would benefit from the opportunity for probation with whatever terms of what was appropriate. That's obviously the most important thing. And we'd like the court to consider that and consider one, I think, her remorse of finding herself in the same situation again. I think TAP talks about issues that have been on again, off again with drugs in her life. You would ask the court, if the court does see fit to give her probation, to allow her to do intensive outpatient. She's very concerned about keeping this job that she was finally able to get. I think it's very difficult for people with Elizabeth's criminal history to find jobs in the workforce. And I think this company is willing to work with her. And I think it's put her in a situation where she can be a successful part of society. So that's the court to grant that.
All right, so the court has a question because it says on here, guilt minimized.
I think they were talking about on her, when I looked at that, when I read that, I think they were on the TAP evaluation, they were talking about her drug usage.
Okay. All right, Ms. Yepez, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Did you commit this offense? All right, so I want to talk to you about your criminal history because that is concerning. I always tell people the criminal history is sort of like a credit report, but it's a credit report related to whether or not I should give you probation. You understand? So your misdemeanor cases, this theft, you were sentenced to 32 days in jail. And I understand how that happens. People just want to get their judgment satisfied and be done. The same thing with hindering apprehension. Then we have the assault, bodily injury, family, household, 90 days, theft, 44 days, possession case, 20 days, another possession case, 20 days, then failure to ID, 1 year. So this is what's concerning to me. You pick up a felony in 1992 and you were granted deferred adjudication and you didn't complete it. Why didn't you complete it?
It's very young. My husband was very abusive and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't go to task.
All right. November 2005, felon in possession of a firearm.
That was at my house when they came looking for my son. My house, it's my husband's house. I was charged with that.
All right. Then we have December, the drugs, 4 to 200 grams.
But he was
You don't remember, just tell you.
All right. So then we have 2007. You were sentenced to prison and then you had a parole violation. It appears that you're not learning anything from your prison. Then we have 2014. So 2014, prison, paroled, felon in possession. I'm assuming these cases were ran concurrently. And now we're here. So I don't understand. I don't know if there's anything that I can do for you because you have not learned anything.
this last time I've learned a lot. I haven't worked in my life like that. I've worked now. I've been working for almost 3 years now. I was given a chance to get a position as supervisor's responsibilities that I have to do. Something I haven't done in many years. So it's just I feel like I've worked for it and I want to continue to keep it. If I lose it all, then I feel like I can age and that with my history, my background, which is not ever going to change. I won't be able to, I won't make it like that.
Right. And here's, I'm sympathetic to what you're telling me. I'm sympathetic to you getting your life in order, maybe finally. But here's the problem. The amount of drugs was a lot. And your history is awful. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find her guilty as previously stated. I'm going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand? All right. And we're off the record. Ms. Yepez, I actually gave you less than what you bargained for because I did consider the fact that you did come in with employment. You understand? Do not come out and do this again because you don't know who your attorney is going to be. You don't know who the prosecutor is going to be or who the judge is going to be. And you will be a habitual and your minimum will be 25 years in prison. You understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Post 475, State of Texas versus Vanessa Thatcher. Now parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense.
Tony Hernandez.
Are you Ms. Thatcher? Show you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Vanessa Thatcher who was placed on community supervision in 2020 CR 5475 for the offense of robbery on October 22nd, 2020 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Condition number 5, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Vanessa Thatcher did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as director for the months of November and December 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Condition number 40, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Vanessa Thatcher did then and there fail to comply with a zero tolerance condition with regards to your analysis in violation of condition number. Actually, sorry, Judge, I'll waive that one because it's written incorrectly. So we'll waive the others.
All right, any objection to the state's waivers?
No, no.
Ms. Thatcher, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court to find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 4 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Judge, we're asking that you grant the motion, revoke her probation, reform the underlying for 2 years and sentence her to 2 years.
All right, so why should I give her the minimum? What has she done since she's been on probation?
She did the first about 8 months without much of a problem, Judge.
Okay, I can't, is everybody whispering?
Yes.
All right, so everyone will have to speak up because I need to hear, and most importantly, Brenda needs to hear.
Judge, I believe she was granted probation in October of 2020. She did the first 8 months, didn't seem to be much of a problem. The first MTR was filed in, I believe, June of 2021. She was altered and amended after that for ISP. There's problems since that. She had some problems reporting because her mother passed away in March. I think that's the end of her family. After that, she has no father, no brothers, no sisters. It's just her. On her own. She took that rather hard. Judge. She has no extended family, no immediate family. She's the end of the line. Judge.
All right, I'll sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's $1,000 fine, time and money are to run concurrent. And Ms. Thatcher, I'm sorry, you're asking the court to follow the agreement that you've reached? Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, then the court will follow your agreement. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, and because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand? If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to discuss that with an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Thatcher, people always say you come into the world alone, you go out in the world alone. Here's the thing. I understand about loss, but you need to start doing what you can to honor, your relatives who've passed, because they don't want you to be unhappy and they don't want you to be in prison. You understand? All right, good luck to you, Ms. Thatcher.
You may be excused.
Yes. Who's here?
A woman was on probation after being convicted in a robbery case and was supposed to follow strict rules for several years. She was required to regularly report to her supervision officer and stay in contact with the court system. Over time, she failed to follow these rules. She missed required check-ins for multiple months, which broke the conditions of her probation. Because of these repeated violations, a motion was filed asking the court to revoke her probation. At the hearing, it was reviewed that she had initially done well for a short period, but later stopped following the required reporting conditions. Her situation and personal losses were also discussed during the process. After reviewing everything, the decision was made to end her probation. She was then sentenced to serve 2 years in prison, with credit given for time already served. The case was closed after the final decision was announced.